Well, hello there, and welcome to an evening in 10 forward installment 92. Can't believe it's been 92 shows. Guna is here in the stream. Hello, Guna. Have a great stream, mate. Sorry I can't be there this week. Hopefully I'll return soon. It's always good to hear from you, Guna. And apologies for covering the subject that we're going to be covering tonight, because I know that you haven't seen the film, so I know you won't be participating too much in the stream. I hope everyone is okay and can hear me. That is, if the microphone is working. Yep, it is. So, Stephen Robbery says, "Hail all, how are you? Good to have you here, Stephen. Tonight, actually, I have kind of a, I say a special guest. It just depends on how you define special." Yeah, I have my lad here with me. He's going to be I'm going to be getting his point of view on some of the more modern Star Trek, and perhaps comparison to the older Star Trek, see what he thinks about it. And also we're going to be talking about Project Hail Mary, that absolutely superb film that came out recently, and my son has actually seen it twice now. Hello and welcome to the stream, young man. It's good to have you here.
A pleasure to be here, thank you.
Yeah. Hopefully you can all hear him. The microphone is in a funny place. DM Junior. Yeah, sometimes it feels like it for sure. He is very special, says the wife.
Wow.
That's your mother, man.
It's nice to know I'm loved.
Yeah, you are. Well, you are loved. If you won't be here if we didn't love you. Sound is clear. Tetrarch of Apathy. Hello, my friend. It's good to have you here. Listening while on errands. Bless you, my friend. Thank you so much for joining. So, it has been... I haven't really sort of prepare and look at any kind of news, to be perfectly honest with you. Because there hasn't been an awful lot. There's obviously the usual rumours that... speak a little bit louder, son, says your mum. You got to speak a bit louder. Either that or move closer to the microphone. That's not your microphone, your Wally is here. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, it's been a quiet with the news, but to be perfectly honest with you, in terms of Star Trek, at this point I'm sort of thinking no news is good news. However, there have been there has been rumours circulating that Star Trek is in for a complete hard reset with a new group of people actually running it, but I'm not entirely sure how much stock to put in that. Just sit on his lap. Yeah, that would have worked a few years ago, but you see the size of the lad now. Sorry?
We're back when I was a little bitty thing.
Yeah, when you were a bitty thing. And, yeah. Guna says Mando film has not been well received.
Oh.
No, it hasn't. It's been quite badly panned by a lot of the wonderful critics out there. I did see the Drinkers video earlier on this afternoon, and he was not loving the Mandalorian and Grogu. I believe he just called it as about as interesting as a soup bowl full of water. So not great.
Is that the one with the Hutts?
Yeah, I think that was the one with the Hutts. Well, the Hutts twins. There's obviously Jabba's gone at this point. Yeah. He's strangulated and blown up by Princess Leia. But hopefully this stream will drown out the awful take that concert practice coming from a stadium near me. Oh dear, that's not good. It's what headphones were invented for, I reckon. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, the Mandalorian and Grogu, not good. Obviously, the boys came to a rather sad and depressing ending, not in terms of the story, but in terms of the show itself. Eric Kripke, can you believe that man made Supernatural?
Did he?
Yeah, and he's an absolute raging lefty who obviously has a good degree of TDS. So that's not good.
At least the Deep finally died.
I didn't even know that. Spoiler alert, anybody out there? By the way, just for Project Hail Mary, we'll be talking about it in a short while here, a little bit later. We will be going into full spoilers. Gunnar said something about just watching the latest episode of For All Mankind. Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that one, my friend. And obviously, if we do talk about it, there will be spoilers. So once you get caught up, Gunnar, we'll probably have a little chat about that as well. Just a quick question to the chat: will you be interested in if DM and I cover the film Signs sometime in the future? Yeah, we did talk about that. Have you seen Signs? No. It's a good film. To be fair, I really couldn't slate it. In all honesty, I think we've got it somewhere.
Every film.
Yeah. Love Signs very underrated in my opinion. Yeah, I can imagine it is. So yeah, the boys came to an end. I must admit I checked out after season 1. I thought season 1 was fine. Season 2, no, I tell a lie. I did watch season 2 and thought, what the hell are you doing? And yeah, it just got interesting after that, and it just became about shock value. You know, the sort of things that happened in it were, well, not sort of things I'd really want to ever see or dream about seeing. So, there you go.
Priority just went up.
Yeah. So. Looking back through the chat here. I think we're all caught up on the chat. So yeah, I want to get your take, young man, on what you think about Star Trek. Now, I want you to sort of tell me what you know about Star Trek.
Which one?
In general, as a franchise.
Well,
and you can be completely honest, because honesty is the best policy.
I know the original series, very outdated.
By modern standards.
Modern standards, so it's not watched as much in it. But I do love Enterprise.
You love Enterprise?
I love Enterprise.
Yeah?
I love it. It's for
it's weird talking on the internet for the first time, isn't it?
Yeah, for space, the first space exploration, especially with the Vulcans. I love Vulcans in Enterprise.
Yeah.
I love Deep Space Nine. I love Deep Space Nine as like a bringing together like the Bajorans and the Cardassians, and then you also have Worf coming in. So I feel like that's a really good, all the species, like a bunch of species coming together all on this station.
Yeah.
And then you have like the Dominion and everything coming in. So I think it's really good for that, almost what everyone else thinks of each other, and then what to do when like the Dominion attacks and stuff. I like Voyager.
Yeah.
I think it could have been a lot more like hardcore. Like that other ship that was lost.
Oh, the Equinox.
Yeah, the Equinox.
You can tell he's been around me far too long, can't you? Yeah, we always felt that the Equinox was what Voyager should have been.
Yeah, it was a bit disappointing.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's a great show.
It is,
but
it's got some great episodes.
Yeah, but sometimes it's a bit draggy. Almost like the episode with the Ferengi. And they really could have just gone. I hate that I saw that episode. I wish I could have never seen that episode, because it's just why.
So frustrating.
It just points out why Janeway annoys me sometimes.
Yeah.
She's just.
Well, how many times did I say, "You're right there. Just go through the wormhole."
Get someone else to come sort the Ferengi out. Go. I'm going home. Been a long time. Sleep.
Yeah, we've discovered these Ferengi on the planet. We've stabilised that end of the Barzan wormhole. We've discovered these Ferengi on the planet. They're causing loads of trouble. My priority was to get my crew home.
There was no urgency on the world. It's not like all of a sudden the Ferengi are going to nuke the planet or something. There was no urgency.
They were just exploiting, minorly exploiting.
It was one town as well. Yeah. It's not like it was like...
And they'd been doing it for, what, 7 years?
Absolutely
mental.
What annoys me about Janeway so much. I mean, I know she has her values. You see a lot with Q. Because Q gives her a lot of deals over the time. You can come back to Earth if you, like, rig the trial or, you give me a child.
Mhm.
But she never does it. So she has
But
her
she's
values,
got integrity.
which is good.
Yeah.
For a captain, that's good.
Yeah.
But
you haven't seen the episode 2 Vix yet, so don't. I wouldn't prejudge Janeway in the positive too much until you've seen 2 Vix. Justice for 2 Vix, everybody. Angels Pierre, welcome. Hello, how is everyone doing? We're doing just fine, thank you very much. What a lad. You're getting loads of praise in here, dude. Bryce is my favourite of the lot. I think Mini DM should take over the channel. Steady on, Gooner.
we're not soon.
Only when I pass away. I'm going into the great wooden box in the ground. Yeah, Janeway was maddeningly inconsistent as a character, in my opinion. Plain frustrating at times. Yeah, when she sat in judgment of Ransom, saying, "I'm a good captain because my ship is clean and my bulkheads are intact. You're a bad captain. Look at what you did to your ship and all those innocent space dolphins that you've been sacrificing." You're not really seeing too much of the Next Generation, have you?
No, not really.
No.
I've seen all the episodes with Q in it.
Well, that's it's usually because I stick them on because they're probably my favourites.
No, I haven't really. I've seen quite a bit of... No, I haven't seen the Next Gen. I do like Picard, though.
Well, as a captain?
Yeah.
Who would you say was the best captain?
Cisco. That's just...
Yes, my boy.
But he wasn't always a captain, though. At the start
No, he
of
wasn't.
The show.
He was commander.
He was practically the captain, though. It's
Yeah.
definitely painted that way in the show.
Or 2 Vix. Dear. I typed that as random, not ransom. Mini DM, please watch TNG. You are now known as Mini DM.
Wow. I'll take
Tell
that.
your friends that is what you're called.
You may call me by Mini DM.
I shall call him Mini DM.
Change my name on Discord.
Yeah. Yeah. Cisco is the GOAT. Yeah, I completely agree with that.
I like the more war side to him, because you get that with the Dominion and stuff. He's very tactical.
Yeah.
He's very military.
Yeah.
Which I like, because you have quite a few episodes they kind of forget about that, because the New Trek, they forget what the Academy is. They forget the Academy's military and all that, and they make it some inclusivity like American college thing. But
like the OC. Yeah.
But that's what I like about Cisco.
Yeah. I mean, judging by what I told you about Academy, what do you think?
It's just not good. It's not Star Trek. It's just, from what I've seen and heard in your stuff, it's more, how do we make everyone happy except Star Trek fans? like the toilet bowl.
I agree, actually. It's a toilet bowl. It's just the toilet seat. But it was the fact that, inexplicably, they had one of the characters licking soil.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Oh my god. Stream title. The Rocco says stream title promises Project Hail Mary, but sounds like the usual New Trek nagging. No, mate. All it is I've got my junior on here, and we always spend the first hour having a good chit chat, and then we get into the main bulk of thoughts on it. And he wanted to talk about Project Hail Mary, but I just wanted to give a brief overview. Nothing wrong with that.
Give my opinions.
Yeah, because it's the first time ever appearing on my show. So yeah, there you go. The new Trek sucks, everybody.
It's always that slight bit of hope that maybe something will happen, and you watch the first few episodes.
Yeah.
Is there another season coming?
Of Academy?
Yeah.
Apparently so. But it's going to take a while for them to decide whether to release it or not, I think. Watchnerd has joined. How are you, Watchnerd?
Can you hear anything I'm saying?
You're very quiet.
Let me maybe increase. Is that better?
A little bit better.
Okay,
keep-
let me.
I
I
keep
think
heading
I'm
in
on
that
a,
direction.
I'm on a like a guest Wi-Fi thing. So
Ah,
yeah,
right.
if not, I can just kind of maybe remove my headphones. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Sorry about that.
It's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Well, Junior, meet Watchnerd. Watchnerd, meet Junior.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Good, you?
Yeah, can't complain. Can't complain at all.
Let me see. Let me see if I can boost you on my end, Watchnerd. I'll add a bit to your volume. See if I can. Okay, that should be a little bit better.
Okay, right. We'll see.
Yeah. If suddenly you start belting out really loud, we'll let you know. So yeah, I was just getting the lads' opinions on Star Trek, obviously New Trek, Old Trek, what he likes, what he dislikes, and he's unfortunately he's just become so much of a parrot of me. People are saying that he should take over the channel.
Make them think I'm reading off a script. Here are my opinions.
Yeah, in my opinions. Oh, bless. Mini DM speaks so fluently with and with eloquence. Oh, bless you. Oh my God.
You could have just given me money, you know.
Yeah,
That's not going to me.
she could come downstairs and give it, but that is a lovely, lovely gesture from old Mummy Dearest. Thank you so much for that, wifey. And yeah, now you can go down the pub and buy yourself a pint.
Yeah, back in like 1950.
Back in like 1950. I think that's an indication that that's not enough, is what you're saying.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
You're going to get you in trouble with your mum now. Yeah.
Oh,
that money
you.
will
I
go to you,
appreciate
Mini
it.
DM.
I expect that.
Oh, yeah. Like,
On
you don't owe us.
On my death. I don't know you any. Actually, I do. Never mind.
Actually, you do. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy. Well, I unless there's been any other news that we've missed and whatnot, perhaps we should just please the crowd and start talking about Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Watchnerd?
Why not? Yeah, let's go for it. Why not? Why not?
So, this film kind of came out of nowhere, really, didn't it?
Yeah, I didn't see much advertising for it, and it was a bit.
Well, I remember I saw a lot of it on YouTube, a couple of months before, because there's two major sci-fis that have been on the slate for a while. One was Project Hail Mary, and the other is the Disclosure Project. The Disclosure Project, I think, is Steven Spielberg, isn't it, Watchnerd?
Yes, I believe so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And could this be a return decent sci-fi?
I'd love to think that, but the individual who wrote the book is obviously, you know, he loves classic sci-fi. I know he pitched to Kurtzman, and it was obviously turned down, or pitched to Paramount. Sorry, it was turned down for a Star Trek show. So like, I think it's more indicative of his book, which I've not read, admittedly. It's in the Project Hail Mary book, which I know the film slightly deviates from, but not a lot. You know, as opposed, that I would love to say that, good sci-fi's back, but you know, don't speak too soon.
Well, sure, we can live in hope, but it's strange, isn't it? Because certainly in cinemas, we haven't seen an awful lot of sci-fi anyway, but we haven't seen an awful lot of decent sci-fi, and Gunnar sent a super chat for Hail Mini DM. We'll split that one here. If you insist. Please. We'll treat you. Just make sure you mow the lawn when you get the chance. Gunnar, take care of yourself. We'll not spoil it for Gunnar. Thank you so much for stopping by, mate. And hopefully we'll have a catch up soon. Yeah. So. The media did its utmost to reduce the success of this movie. Yeah, and it still managed to absolutely rock in the cinemas. Say that, there's no pun intended there. So we will be going into the movie. We'll be talking about what we like and dislike about it. Because I think it's important to talk about movies like this, movies that come along. And to me, I said this when we watched it, because you went to the cinema to see it.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I'm almost annoyed I missed that. To be fair,
Should have invited you and my friends.
Yeah, that
Here
wouldn't
is my
have been
father.
weird. This is my father. He's come along.
Yeah, come to Nando's with us too.
To Nando's? No, I don't think I'll get to. Oh God, I'd be stodgy podgy after Nando's. And yeah, and I said after watching this film that it was I would say as good, if not I'd say slightly better than The Martian. What do you think?
I think it was better than The Martian, yeah. I'd say.
I think it's better than The Martian. Martian's great.
Mm-hmm.
I do love The Martian. I do have the book.
You do?
I've read like the first 3 pages and I've got about it.
Uh-huh.
But I do think it's better.
Yeah.
I do need to rewatch The Martian. Because obviously you show me these movies when I'm younger and I have to kind of use what's in my head.
Well, we did the Martian during lockdown, didn't we? It was around COVID.
Yeah, well, I think I only became a conscious human being when I went into high school.
Before that, you were a mindless automaton.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, Hail Mary is great though.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Martian's great.
Yeah.
I do love it. I do love the colonizing Mars part to it. That it comes when he's just trying to survive.
Yeah.
But there's just this one scene that I can remember, and it's when he's talking into the camera, then back, and he's scientists say that when you first plant plants on another planet, you colonize it. He's so I've colonized Mars.
Yeah.
And I think it's great because it takes the positivity in it, which I do see is reflected in Hail Mary. He's very positive up there. He knows he's gonna die. He knows he's not gone left. But even before he meets Rocky, he's a very positive, but at the same time, this is my mission person. I do love that about it.
But it's the element of being alone.
Yeah.
That you're alone, you're solo in this situation, and you're up against great challenges. Where The Martian is somewhat more situation based, in terms of, he's got a problem, he has to figure it out, the answer to it, use it, and it's more traditional science.
Yeah.
I found Hail Mary, it felt like it was slightly further out of reach in terms of understanding how things happened. But it didn't detract. The important thing is it didn't detract from the film, because the film in its own right was entertaining enough for me to suspend a certain amount of disbelief with it.
Yeah.
Lockdown was 6 years ago. Oh,
Crazy.
thanks for that.
But the first one was 5 and a bit years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
It's first and
that's
second
awful.
lockdown. Yeah. But no, in terms of solo survival stories, I mean, I don't think you've seen. Is it Spaceman? You've not seen Adam Sandler's Spaceman. That's it's not. It's got elements that are very similar. Have you seen Spaceman, Watchnerd?
I haven't, no. That's something I haven't seen. Is it any?
So-
Would you recommend it?
I'd recommend it. I would recommend it. It is it's not a happy film, so it's not as upbeat as Hail Mary, but it's a very good movie, and Adam Sandler is typically not really Adam Sandler in it. I'm sure it's called Spaceman, and it's a very similar sort of situation in terms of an alien with him on the ship, but I wouldn't say it's the same story per se, but yeah, it's not a bad film. So it's got elements of that, and it's got and it's interesting. But I found Hail Mary to be like my lad said, very upbeat. And I think Ryan Gosling, and Matt Damon both did great jobs within the two films.
Yeah.
But I would buy Matt Damon's performance more than Ryan Gosling's. And I think that's
Ryan Gosling did a great job. I was quite impressed by
and
him.
it's not. Yeah, it's not to denigrate what he did at all. I think he did a superb job. I think it's more a matter of personal preference, because I think that and again, it's more. It's not just the pull off with the actor. It's more the story itself. Mark Watney's situation, it felt a little more dire than in Hail Mary. You really felt that isolation and that danger of the environment that he was in. And I don't know, there's something a bit more visceral about it. But in terms, like I say, none of this is to denigrate Hail Mary at all. I thought it was a superb film, and I really did love it. But just to draw a few comparisons, I thought that I think if you were to watch the films back to back, you'd say that was a very fulfilling, complete experience, where one film doesn't really handle something very well, the other one picks it up, and vice versa. Stephen Bromby says it's refreshing that they're trying to turn Project Hail Mary into a franchise. It's nice that it can stand on its own 2 feet and it's a standalone story. They're not trying to turn it into a franchise. Yeah, and yeah, absolutely. It's one of those wonderful films that comes along, wows the audience, and then doesn't overstay its welcome by having a sequel.
But what were you saying before with like the direness of the situation?
Yeah,
I think that's because the stakes are very different in these two films. For Martian, the stakes is him surviving.
There's personal
He
stakes.
has no goal to benefit anyone else, and he's not there on purpose. He's there purely by accident, purely to survive.
Yeah.
Where in Hail Mary, he's there completely on purpose, completely planned.
Not for him.
Not for
Not
him,
voluntarily
obviously.
though. Yeah, I mean,
Well, he could have volunteered. That's the thing. But he's there because people need him to save the planet. He knows he's not going to die. I mean, he knows he is going to die. That is not the issue for him. The need is he needs to get his mission done, not for his sake, but for the world's sake. The world will die. The world temperature will drop, and that. I feel like that explains like the upbeatness.
Yeah.
Because like what you.
But it's also the fact that he couldn't remember. He couldn't remember who he was or why he was there.
I love the way they told the story with like flashbacks in and out, because you can see that's like when he's actually remembering stuff is when we see what it is. And I think it's a great form of storytelling because it just puts you in there.
Yeah, I mean, a film that you haven't seen yet is Arrival. I don't think you've seen Arrival with is it Jeremy Renner and Amy Adams, I think it is. Am I right, Watchnerd? Arrival. Not The Arrival, that was Charlie Sheen, but Arrival was Jeremy Renner and Amy Adams, if I'm...
think so. Yes, I think you're right. I think your memory's spot on there. We can also fact check via Claude or something. Right,
Mm.
our LLM of choice, whichever LLM we want to use. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was also a really good film. We've got some films to watch, but Mini Me and I have had we've done many a movie nights, and I've been showing you all the classics, haven't I? Over the years, but this was kind of the first occasion where you'd seen a movie before me.
Oh, it was really nice. I was sitting there when we were watching it, thinking, I wonder what he's thinking about the movie for the first time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just realised that's what you must be thinking all the time.
Although I could publicly embarrass you all over the internet and tell them what happened during Aliens.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but that was like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Like, that was an accident.
Oh, bless him. He fell asleep during Aliens. I don't know how he managed it, but he
Oh.
did. I believe they were coming through the ceiling, or they were moving across the ceiling.
I think it was facehugger scene.
Was it facehugger
I
scene?
remembered.
Yeah, and all I hear is this.
I was telling you. I was
It's like, oh no, he's just committed high treason against the movies.
Yes, I did.
You did, but I forgave you because we
rewatched it another night.
Yeah. And you stayed awake for that one.
I think I was ill. I think that's the with.
That was the excuse, not the reason.
Same thing.
So yeah, so Project Hail Mary, for those who don't know what it's all about, the stars in a local area in the galaxy where we are suffering and dimming due to something called astrophage. And it's like this alien microbe, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
It's extremely powerful. It's almost like a form... It's
Scooter Toot.
Scooter Toot, yeah.
That's funny.
It's extremely powerful. You've got a better memory than I do at the minute. It's
Well,
extremely powerful substance. And it is causing stars to dim and get colder and eventually die.
Yeah, it's taking in all the energy from the sun and taking it to Saturn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, and it's doing that via...
Propulsion.
Sorry? It's... What did they call it?
Scooter Toot.
Yeah, the beam.
Yeah. Oh, the
Okay, I take it back. You haven't got a good memory.
Oh, leave me alone.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh, proposer.
Yeah, it's something along
Yeah,
those lines.
it's something
Anyway, stars are dimming, and basically...
Petrova line.
Petrova line. Very
Reaver,
good.
that's it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow, I should have you on more often. You've definitely helped my memory. I think, yeah, and the stars are dimming. They send... Earth has sent out the Hail Mary. And Ryan Gosling wakes up on this ship, and he's got no idea why he's there. He doesn't know who he is, and it's. I found it really funny when he's talking and blah 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 blah.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's just he's trying to make sense of where he is and what's going on, and the fact that he's on a ship and. Is like call Houston,
Yeah.
and he's like just trying to figure out how far he is out because he's been in this induced coma.
Lost quite a few bodily functions.
Yeah.
Your words were when you saw him like shuffling around was that's how it's like when I get out of bed in the morning.
Kind of like that, yeah. Yeah, it was really strange opening to the film because there's no context added to the robot that's just, looks to be molesting him.
Yeah. Taking advantage of him in his sleep.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, so the film becomes it jumps back and forth between flashbacks, and he realizes he's on this mission, and it's a one-way ticket. There's no way for him to get back. But I like how they also, they've gotten this astrophage. They've been studying it and analysing it. It's very high energy, and they actually build an engine that consumes it, and that's how they power it.
Yeah, I think that's amazing.
So they and they're going to the next was it the next, is it Proxima Centauri, or is it
Centauri?
it's the next star over.
The only star.
Oh no,
it's the only
sorry,
star that
they're
isn't
going
getting
to
dimmed.
a star that's, I don't know, a couple more light years away than Proxima Centauri, and it's the only star that's not affected.
Yeah, that's it. So it's just trying to find out why.
Yeah.
What's caused it to?
Yeah. And obviously that's when he meets a friend.
Rocket.
And this is where the movie really shifts it up a gear, because it shows that it's not aimed towards the ADHD crowd. There are scenes there that last a long time, but you don't experience the passage of time when you're watching them.
Yeah.
I mean, would you agree, Watchnerd?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, like, in general, the movie as a whole, like Project Hail Mary, I think was 2.5 hours long. It was pretty long. Like, it was long for a movie, right? But it actually held my attention throughout, which is rare actually these days. Perhaps that's due to modern times. Perhaps that's due to like my what I do for a living, and I think it does make me a bit ADHD. But yeah, like, it was very engaging. I found the initial kind of I think it's about 15 minutes or so, when it's basically just Ryan Gosling with maybe some flashbacks and stuff. Really well acted. Obviously, he's getting out of a coma. He's kind of trying to move again, like crawl again, talk, like voice his actual, because obviously he's had a tube down his throat for years.
Yeah.
He finds that everyone else is dead, and obviously needs to kind of put them into space, and then you go through the emotions with him, I think, which is quite quite hard for an actor, because if you think about it, he's just on a set. He doesn't have anyone at that stage to kind of bounce off. And obviously when he meets his friend, our favorite kind of space crab, again, that's just a puppet, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So, like,
yeah,
that's quite impressive, in that he effectively, for most of the movie, apart from the flashback scenes, he is either acting by himself or kind of off a puppet, So I kind of found that very impressive, just genuinely, and very engaging. And I didn't really rate him as a serious actor before I saw this movie, actually, I've got to say. And so fair play to Mr. Gosling.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the only thing I really saw Ryan Gosling in, outside of the usual sort of chick flick movies, was Blade Runner. And although he was okay in that, I found him to be quite sort of morose throughout the movie, where I know that there was more the character, but it didn't be giving him an awful lot to do other than to look sad. And you certainly did get a bit more range with him with this film. And Wifey, if you haven't seen the film, we don't want to be spoiling it for you, dear, because we want to sit and watch it. But was he supposed to have memory loss? I don't think he was.
It came from the coma, because the robot that says it starts, you may experience some severe memory loss.
Yes.
Just from the induced coma. And probably it might have been also because the way he got put into it. Very resistant, and he had to be sedated and all that, like, beforehand.
Yeah.
But no, he didn't.
Yeah.
But he gets it back, which is what about the
the flashbacks.
The flashbacks
are essentially showing his memory.
It's what builds it. It's what makes it not drag as well. Because it could. That's the thing. It
very
really
much
could.
so.
That's the first thing I said coming out of the cinema. That really could have dragged.
Yeah.
But they managed to keep it very active with the flashbacks, and then that very long scene, when when they were testing with the astrophage.
Yes.
I loved all that. I loved
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some great characters. Great characters in the movie.
Carl.
And
Carl.
Carl.
Oh, it's my favourite.
Is that his name, or is he? I can't
That's
remember.
his name. It's Officer Carl.
Officer Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He was awesome.
I think it was probably my favourite character.
Mm.
Just because I loved it. Like when they were in the I think it was like a Home Depot or something, getting all the materials, and you can just see they clicked.
Yeah.
And
well, yeah, there's just, I think that's the infectious nature of the character, Ryan Gosling's character, Grace. Yeah. Because he just instills that in other people. People just naturally gravitate. And
yeah, he's a very passionate scientist. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like he's which is great to see. Because it's putting the science back in science fiction, I guess, this movie, and not in an inaccessible way for people. It's nothing too hard to grasp with the astrophage and and how they're basically dimming the sun. Do you know what I mean? It's nothing too crazy, but also it's not kind of like Star Trek Discovery science.
Dumbed down, treating us like we're idiots.
Science is so fucking cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did like that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and it's again something that's lacking because a lot of people that are writing modern science fiction don't understand science, let alone the fiction side of science, science fiction. So you're uncomfortable, dude. We don't have the best setup here, to be fair. I so rarely have guests.
Oh yes.
Physically here, that is it. Your mum's joined a few times, but then she just got into conversations with Xell, and that's a stream in itself. About Lord of the Rings. You mean space magic, because that current Star Trek uses space magic.
I remember one thing. It's with the screens and everything, and it's just like shields are low, and it'll just say that in big bold letters on the screen, and they'll pan to it with
Someone's reporting the shields are low. Really? Because I couldn't have read that on the screen myself.
Oh, it's
yeah, it's massively insulting.
Yeah, I do like that about Hail Mary. They don't dumb things down.
No,
it's not overcomplicated, but it's very clear their mission they're trying to do without making it stupid. It seems like they do have real scientists and real world nations working on this, which I do love. And
that's it. I think that's the important takeaway for a lot of decent stories. They don't dumb things down to people's level. They try to elevate people up to their level by telling the story. And if you are switched on enough to understand the story, you're going to enjoy the film. To me, there are always different levels of movie. Right, you've got your summer blockbuster popcorn flick, you've got your Transformers movies, so your low maintenance movies that people simply just flock to the cinemas because they're a big spectacle.
Yeah.
And you've got your romance films that tend to appeal to a lot of the female audience. You've got your but science fiction, I always find, doesn't always have to have science behind it. But if you're going for an intellectually heavy science, you are such a midget. You really are. Back in the place. If you're going for intellectual storytelling, then you don't dumb it down for your audience.
It just makes it uninteresting.
It makes it unbelievable. In my point of view.
A good point.
Makes it unbelievable. You can't, and if you have to suspend your disbelief, a lot of movies, like say for example Aliens, you can suspend your disbelief that they're on a massive spaceship because it's so far in the future we're going to have massive spaceships.
Yeah.
But for example, Watchnerd, if For All Mankind season 3 had a time jump of 10 years and suddenly they were on Titan in season 3, it wouldn't be believable because we wouldn't have advanced. It's all about the pacing of and the evolution of things.
Yeah.
And when you're telling a science fiction story, you cannot assume that, well, you cannot aim that film towards an audience that isn't going to understand it. You have to just make your movie and see how people react.
I think that's it with Hail Mary. They obviously are using technology we don't have. They're not just pulling it out of nowhere.
No.
They're using the astrophage.
Yeah, so it's technology that's adapted from the situation.
It's with like anti-gravity anti-gravity tools. They mention that later on, like these tools can't work in gravity. And then she's like, we'll build new ones. That will take too long. Fine, then let's make gravity. It's making things believable.
Yeah.
Making it seem like it's not just come out of nowhere just because it says it, and it's giving it reason and intrigue.
Well, yeah, exactly, and it gives you that detail, because you. I find it a societal problem as well at the moment. Is that people aren't. People in general aren't lateral thinkers. There are 100,000 different engineering problems that we have to overcome to get into deep space and to adapt into deep space. I always like the old anecdote story that the Americans put millions and millions and millions of pounds of investment into creating this pen that works in artificial gravity, and then the Russians just sent up a pencil.
Yeah, I love that.
I love that story because it's it goes to show lateral thinking, and again when I was kind of in awe when the habitat part of the ship gets just extended out and then just spins, and that's how they make gravity. That's a superb part of the story. Mini DM, do you need to do space engineering?
Yes.
Then become a film and TV consultant on the side. I think that's in your future. Well, you are going to aerospace, aren't you? That's where you wanted to go.
Probably. I just want to do some engineering.
Messiest cook on the planet, but he's going to design. He's a fantastic cook. Absolutely fantastic. The wife will attest. Watchnerd, you'll have to come over for Mini DM's awesome burgers.
I will. I will do.
I love my
definitely.
burgers.
Oh,
Nice.
burgers, stroganoff, and I make some mean stroganoff. It's an incredible stroganoff. In fact, to be fair, the only complaint we have is that there isn't enough left.
Which I will get. I will do that better next time.
Yeah, we need to get you a bigger wok, don't we?
Yeah, I do need a big wok.
You do need a big wok, but we don't have the space. Best cook ever, says your mum. I mean, you can mix a fantasy and sci-fi and cheat a little bit more, but you still have to establish some rules. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's narrative rules. And if you break those rules, it's like, take Star Trek, for example. When the Enterprise is traveling to Deep Space Nine, it depending on the warp factor they're going, it can take weeks or it can take a month. And they always establish that when you I always think of Way of the Warrior? Or no, it's the one where Cisco and Cassidy get together and she says, my brother's got a baseball team, I'd love to take you. And he goes, okay, well, how far away is that? And she goes, it's about 5 weeks at maximum warp. And it's like the distance is there. Even when you've got warp drive, the distances, it takes a while to get places.
Well, how's a captain getting away from a station for like 11 weeks?
Exactly. Is he a real baseball game?
Yeah.
But those are the rules you created, and those are rules based in science, okay? So the science advisors to Star Trek did the best that they could to make it a believable world. But if you break your own rules and you break your own canon, it makes it unbelievable.
Voyager.
Hmm?
Voyager. How do they never run out of resources?
Ripples.
Shuttles, torpedoes. Like, how do they not run out of this stuff? Which
Yeah,
is a bit of
and
a...
some of the continuity didn't obviously last with that, but you create a believable world. You can tell any story you want as long as you keep it within the confines rules that you've laid out. What is it? Tuvok says the dictates of poetics. States that a character cannot behave beyond their characteristics, and I think that's so true. Their established characteristics have to be obeyed. Even on Voyager, when they established that the maximum warp it take the ship 75 years to get home. Yeah, absolutely. And that was a big thing. Star Trek's done that. A good sci-fi has always done that. It's always followed its own rules. Now you can bend the rules a little. It's like any movie. Pick any movie like Event Horizon, for example. I think we've got to watch it. Don't worry, he's old enough. You watch Aliens. You can be thankful they haven't got the director's cut. that got destroyed, unfortunately. But yeah, you pick up a movie like Event Horizon, that operates within its own set of rules. You've got this gravity drive that's supposed to take them to the to the next solar system. It ends up taking them to hell. But the rules are there. The gravity drive, you've still got gravity, you've still got I believe it's Neptune, the atmosphere and what it does. And again, and I think this is why I like For All Mankind Watchnerd, is because the environments are hostile, and the missions are planned around that hostile environment.
Yeah. That's what makes For All Mankind kind of great, I think, is that it is... You're seeing these hypothetical kind of like first steps in the solar system for our species. Obviously, For All Mankind is from the Western or the American kind of point of view, largely. Obviously, I understand that Star City will be from the Russian point of view, the Soviet point of view, but in this alternate reality. But yeah, I do like that. You kind of sense actual danger, because you know that it's the first time that they're, I don't know, the first time there's humans living on Mars. Like, okay, and how do they get their resources? Like, what kind of extravehicular kind of excursions do they have to do? Do you know what I mean? How do they go on these excursions? Do they have rovers? What happens if a rovers break down? All that kind of stuff. Like, it's I find that quite interesting.
Well, what happens in the solar storm on the lunar surface?
Exactly.
How much radiation are you going to be exposed to? And it's important to have these narrative rules and following logic. If you don't, then you're not science fiction. And again, like I say, you can blend fantasy. That's absolutely fine, but those pre-established rules must be there. And I think Hail Mary follows that very well.
Yeah, and I think Andy Weir, the gentleman who wrote the book, I believe, and also directed the movie, and also did pitch a Star Trek show to Paramount, which Xell Surprise was shot down in these modern times. I mean, I don't think anyone's surprised by that, because it probably would have been good. It's like, absolutely not. We have to make Starfleet Academy.
The trauma returns.
Yeah. I mean, just as a sidebar, I really hope they just Batgirl season 2. I mean, they can't. I mean, how can you justify God knows how many millions of dollars for post-production on that when you know it's cancelled anyway?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't understand.
There'll be a campaign of about 50 people, at least 50 people, who will say release season 2, and we'll get like the special director's cut in about 10 years' time, and it will just be 10 times worse. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear,
Yes.
Jaden, the gay Klingon.
What, seriously? I mean, yeah. I mean, just for context, for mini DM and for the rest of the stream, like, I tried to watch the first episode of Academy. I got 10 minutes in. I was actually, I don't know if I've told DM this story. I was watching it with my mum actually, because she was over. Yeah, it was like a family kind of gathering, and she was like, "Is this meant to be Star Trek?" Because she's quite familiar with like TOS. She used to watch TOS when she was a kid, and she knows Next Generation. Do you know what I mean? So she knows the basics. She's not a fan, but she kind of knows. She's like, "What is this meant to be?" She's like, "This makes no sense." I was like, "I know," and we kind of both turned it off. I think when the young man, I've forgotten his name because I honestly don't care, was in the shuttle and trying to escape from his he was in some kind of juvenile detention.
Yeah.
I don't even know that guy. I mean, as I say, I don't remember a lot because I wasn't interested in watching it. But I've never quit a Star Trek show first episode within the first 10 minutes. I've at least tried to get through to the end of it. Yeah.
And yeah, I can't actually remember any of their names. I remember Jaden because it was that one was pretty much spoken the most by a lot of YouTubers. So who was it? Was it Callum? Oh, it was Caleb. It was Caleb. It was Caleb.
I'm sorry, I just like
I
honestly. No.
No, Kal-El, no.
No.
I've never known anyone sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger while she's talking. Kal-El, no, don't do it now.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Yes, it was Caleb. That's right, Caleb Meir. Yeah, that's right. And then you had the Glitter Puker. Oh, we got onto Academy. We don't want an Academy. But yeah, when you have a character that pukes glitter. I said this at the time, and this just leading back to Hail Mary. Scientifically, that has no basis in science whatsoever. Why would an alien puke shiny shards of plastic?
Yeah, because he was like a hydrocarbon life form, right? So kind of like us. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not not that biologically different. Do you know what I mean? Not like Rocky, who's like an Iridian.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Who is very biologically different, like totally different from us. It sees via echolocation, doesn't have eyes.
Yeah.
So I mean, as I say, and that's something I really liked as well, is that they kind of illustrated how Rocky kind of perceived Grace, his physical presence, because obviously he sees via echolocation. That's how the Iridians see. I thought that was really interesting. I really like that. I mean, there's many things I like, but I like that. Really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's imaginative. If someone sat down and thought about this, and I don't know whether you've seen the South Park episode where Cartman Awesomeo, the robot, Cartman in a cardboard box, is dreaming up all these movie ideas, and the executives are just lapping it up because they all start Adam Sandler doing something else crazy, and you imagine that a lot of modern writers' rooms have that element to them where they just go, okay, so I've got it's all a bunch of pitch meetings. With zero thought on how things are supposed to work and what would an alien look like. Okay, Star Trek never really gave this an awful lot of thought because it was usually human actors in prosthetics. But I think the best way that they described the reason for that was through the chase, where there was a progenitor species, a species that spread its DNA all across the galaxy, giving rise to the humanoid form. So we're all an offshoot of that one alien, and that was a great explanation. Spoiler alert, young man. But yeah, that was a great. Oh, they destroyed it in Discovery.
Oh.
Oh,
God,
they
that's amazing for you to say that.
Oh my God, they destroyed it.
Dude, oh God, I couldn't
awful.
believe that. That was season 5 that you encouraged me to watch with Xell, and I couldn't bloody believe it.
I
mean,
violated the Geneva Convention, young man, and made my co-host watch season 5 of Discovery. I should be shot at dawn for that. It's bad enough with Strange New Worlds. But but that was a great explanation, and some thought was put into that, and you can go straight to season 4 of Enterprise. The thought was put into, okay, so the Klingons in the original series were just basic humans with painted faces and extra mustache hair, yet in the movies they got proper prosthetics. How do we explain that? And Enterprise did an incredible job of explaining how that happened.
Did they?
And you'll get to that. So a good explanation and a bit of thought that goes into creating an alien character goes a long way. You think, okay, so they're in this environment. Be scientific about it. They're in this environment. Life has evolved there in a different form, and it's highly possible that in real life on other planets will not resemble the humanoid form. And again, Star Trek's covered some of this with the evolution of the dinosaurs and the fact that they became spacefaring and they got off the planet, and it's one offshoot of a hadrosaur or whatever it was. There's always, when there's a good explanation, it leads to good, in my opinion, good science fiction. And the creation of Rocky, this essentially space rock crab creature, I think is it's masterful. It's masterful. It's the fact that he can create things, and the ship design as well.
When you go in it later in the movie, beautiful.
Yeah,
the use of I wouldn't call it music, but noises, because that do echolocation, harmonic.
Yeah, and the fact that he can't live in our atmosphere, and we can't survive in his atmosphere. Fantastic, and the meeting of these two life forms, these two characters, and the way, and like I said, that it's quite drawn out.
Oh yeah, at the start when Grace finally actually comes and sees him, pulls out the models, and he just tells him to go right back. Then the next day the window's bigger. Yeah, he's actually there waiting.
But I'm just talking about the initial ship meeting.
Oh yeah,
because it's and Grace's reaction to that is phenomenal, and he throws the canister and he just goes donk and bounces off, and that entire scene, it's drawn out, it's long, and it could be construed as boring. Probably has been to people who don't understand what they're seeing, but I found that fascinating. Every second of that film I found fascinating, and they managed to do it so well.
It causes anticipation. Every single thing, it intrigues you. It makes you think.
Yeah.
Which is missing from a lot of movies. It doesn't make you think.
You can tell why I like this lad so much, can't you?
Yeah, he is mini DM. No, but I totally agree. It was very well done. The anticipation, the pacing was good as well, even though it was a long movie. Yeah, it was very, very well done. I have no real criticisms of the movie itself. I thought it was, strong all round. the flashbacks were done in a very kind of logical way. There was not too much kind of there weren't too many flashbacks. It didn't detract from Grace's kind of current day and Grace and Rocky's current day. You had the peril, very well done again, and you believe that Rocky would obviously risk his life for Grace. Do you know what I mean? Because you saw that in their relationship. So yeah, as I say, what a movie. Genuinely, I've not felt that way in a cinema for a while. I don't think for years really. I mean, a newly released movie. I don't count obviously the re-release of Search for Spock. I'm talking about a newly released movie. I've not felt that way in a good while.
Well, what did I say to you when we finished watching it?
Oh yeah, you wish you could have been in. It was amazing.
I wish I could have been in the cinema and seen it.
It was an experience. That's what it was.
And that leads me to another point, and we're going to keep talking about Hail Mary, of course, but that leads me to another point. The movie experience is quite a precious thing. When you are giving your money to go and see a performance, you expect that performance to be good. Now, obviously, the Mandalorian and Grogu has just come out and is being panned as just complete crap. With I believe 20 minutes of interesting film, and the rest of it is just complete and utter diatribe, and it's just
like the third season. Just like the third season.
Just like season 3, yeah. Which we never finished, did we?
Gave up.
We gave up. As soon as Lizzo and Jack Black were there, I completely zoned out. It was awful. But you are paying for an experience. You're going to the cinema to watch a piece of media for entertainment purposes. Now, art and entertainment should pretty much go in hand, but modern filmmaking doesn't do that a lot of the time. There are very few films that I will now go to the cinema for, and that's a shame. Because, I mean, the first ever movie I went to the cinema to see was Beethoven's Second. And that was a family film about a dog, a Saint Bernard. And, I went to see, I believe, Ace Ventura as well. First one, I'm showing me age now, but I went to see with my old man Blade Runner, the Ryan Gosling one, the later one. I went to see that at the cinema with my dad, and the film itself. I mean, I was never a massive fan of Blade Runner in my early years, anyway. But when I saw that film, it was more than just going to see a film. It was the last film I ever went to see with my dad. And my dad said, if we're going to watch Blade Runner, we're going to get VIP tickets, and we're going to... And the cinema was practically empty anyway, but it didn't matter. He bought VIP tickets, and we sat in the nice big comfortable chairs, and we watched the movie on the big screen and it was the best sound system and all of that. It was fantastic. It was a great experience. It wasn't necessarily a superb film, but visually it was a spectacle. It was mostly entertaining, and you'll always take something away from you from an experience like that. But then it comes along the special film that you go into the cinema and watch, and it stays with you. It stays with you all the way home, and for the day after day, and takes a while to fade away.
Yeah.
Xell has entered the chat.
Oh no! Here we go.
Xell gets
Amaze.
Amaze. The wife says, "I will never forget watching Wonder Woman with you." You're never going to let me live that down, are you? Or your wifey. Yes, he hadn't expected to find any other life but the astrophage. Unexpected unknowns. And the alien didn't just happen to speak English or have universal translator, giving it believable obstacle. Yeah, it took time to develop that.
They had to input each word, and then throughout this movie, there's new words they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But one detail I really love is at the end when they've made them this like habitat on the beach with the cliffs.
Spoiler alert, everyone. Yeah.
I thought
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, sorry. But there's no translator when he's speaking to Rocky and all his students. He learned their language.
Yeah.
Which could show how long he's been there, but it just shows the care they put into these details.
If you notice throughout the movie, so it starts with 240 words.
Yeah,
and
240.
It starts off as a very basic language, and then over time, throughout the movie, it gets better and better. It gets more fluent and steadier. And again, I absolutely love that. And to be honest with you, everyone watching, when this young man was watching the movie with me, he obviously knew what was coming. But you've got a very distinctive laugh when you find something extremely funny, and it was the Rocky eating section.
Oh yeah,
It's the funniest
very
thing I've ever
exotic.
seen. I'm watching this crap doing that. I'm just hearing you laughing, and that has stuck in my mind now.
It's such a.
What is it? It says Rocky has a way of eating. It's exotic.
Yeah. It's the way he just grabs it and he keeps going. He just keeps going and he just gets.
Oh. And am I mistaken in saying that Rocky was an animatronic? Well, elements of him were.
I think he was a puppet. Should we Google that? Because I thought he was a puppet. Because
I think puppet.
I think it was completely
puppet.
puppet. I think it was completely.
Yeah. I don't want to be wrong about this, obviously.
Fake news.
I genuinely don't know. I know obviously it wasn't special effects. Obviously it wasn't just a green screen.
No.
Oh, it's a bit of both. So
Bit of both.
using both a physical puppet and a highly advanced animatronic,
Wow.
rather than relying obviously entirely on CGI.
And isn't
that's cool.
that again something that's sadly lacking? Practical
Yeah,
effects. We
yeah.
had this conversation.
But they do it with like scenes and stuff. Like in Hail Mary, everything was built.
Mm.
But with a lot of things nowadays, it is just green screen where they don't need green screen.
Mm.
It's like Lord of the Rings versus The Hobbit, green screen wise, VFX, and it's just
Yeah, and you know, you look at a Marvel movie that's predominantly green screen. I say that I've got a green screen background as my background on Discord, but everything's predominantly green screen these days, and it's so nice to see practical effects back. Not just that, but imaginative design. The Rocky, it's a form. He's very much formed like a crab.
glad he wasn't.
Sorry.
I'm so glad he wasn't humanoid.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, same here. He's got digits as well. I like that. He's got digits. He's got fingers. But they're not. It's almost like Wally claws.
Yeah.
You know.
Thumbs up and it's always down. Yeah.
And I like the fact that Rocky's constantly adapting to the situation. So obviously, like you said, he's got the glass wall, and it evolves over the course of the film, and he's able to come onto Race's ship, and then he builds himself a rollerball, which I thought was brilliant.
And then at the end, he's in almost like a skin.
It's almost
so he can actually crawl and stuff.
And it's like it's like those things you see on those crappy videos that keep popping up, all over the internet with the sheet programming. So if you've got a sheet that falls onto a round structure.
Yeah, I've seen that with different faces.
Yeah, and then it's how many vertices you have
Yeah.
you compact the vertices and it's able to form around a lot tighter
But-
to this ball, and it's the same principle.
Well, they did that with Grace when he went to Rocky
Sorry?
ship. With
Yeah,
Grace,
yeah, absolutely.
he had one of those.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I like the detail with like, so they're both very advanced creatures. They both came to the same conclusion. They both travelled all the way here in their ships, all both powered by astrophage.
Yes.
That's
So-
what I love. Yeah,
They
but-
both had the same idea.
but- is this detail with like the Endorians?
Oh, what's the species
Each-
called,
each-
Watchnerd?
Iridians.
Iridians. Thank you.
Iridian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness. The Iridians.
Yeah.
They all have this, but they were lacking some knowledge like about radiation and stuff.
Yeah.
So the radiation killed all of their crew. But they're both very advanced creatures, but they don't just happen to know all the same things.
Yeah, it's almost a complementary relationship.
But they both have a clock as well.
Yeah.
I love that with his like that clock which like springs out and it springs, but the radiation part. So they're both very intelligent, but they don't know the exact same things. And
Yeah, and that was brilliant. Again, just one thing that your typical modern writer wouldn't think of. They wouldn't, and I always find it fascinating with the amount of research that an author does. Anyone can write a story, and it's how you know a young person your age, for example, has written a story. You always know that a young person has written it because there's not a lot of life experience in there. There's not a lot of practicality.
I was asking.
Whereas, someone who's really sat and thought about it, done their research, and I think this is where Interstellar, I think it was a good move. You've seen Interstellar, haven't you? You've not seen Interstellar? This lad's in for a late night. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
It's, because Interstellar had science advisors as well. People who know what they're talking about. And that's important because it just leads to the realm of believability as well. But with a film like this, they're not writing themselves into corners. That he's constantly thinking about. Okay, so I want Rocky on Grace's ship. I need Rocky to go and visit Grace's ship. How am I going to do that? Because I've already in my story foundation, I've already made it impossible for him to survive. Within that environment, and that's actually a plot point later on in the film. So how do I get him on the ship? And you'll sit there and think about it and really focus on the problem, and much in the same way an engineer will, you develop a solution, and then you write it into your story.
How did they originally communicate? How can we bring this more in? Put them in a ball.
And also, how do you make something? I wouldn't say mundane. But it would obviously, if you were there, they montage the hell out of stuff in films anyway for the audience's sake. But how do you keep the audience engaged with what is happening with something as, say, mundane? It's not to its detriment. Something mundane is basic communications. Developing a basic communication. How do you get past misunderstandings and stuff like that? Like the window tapping.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was so. Oh
hard
no.
at that. It's just like he thought it was some sort of game or communication. And he was like, no, he's actually pointing to something over
And
there.
Rocky must have been so annoyed. I know.
The first thing you sort of think is I said to you is like, I wonder how many people when they saw this particular scene or saw that thing for the first time said, I want one.
Yeah,
Like,
that's it.
everybody wants a Rocky.
Oh yeah. But at the same time, just get a child.
Yeah.
Just get a toddler.
Yeah, just grab on from anywhere, eh, mate?
Yeah, just then give it back.
Yeah. Thing is, we couldn't give you back. there was no stamped addressed envelope to return.
You could just hit mother with a divorce.
No, no, never the D word with me and your mum. You know that. Make ourselves miserable to the end of. FYI, for their shared birthday, I sent 2 of my family members matching Rocky Fist My Bump shirts. Oh, Rocky is better than Grogu for sure. Yeah, and there's an interesting comparison. You look at Grogu. Now, one of our pets is called Grogu, but he's called Grogu. It was a tortoise, and he was
Nothing.
She. Yeah, I know. Your mum checked. We're just so used to calling it he. I get in trouble for that these days. It's actually called Grogu Garrick, believe it or not. But it was named when the kids were younger and they were watching The Mandalorian, and it just. What's the name of your gecko?
Toothless Ducat.
Toothless Ducat. Brilliant. Yeah, and the contrast between Grogu and Rocky. Well, it's night and day. Night and day.
Yeah. They're very. Well, Grogu's got that very baby, toddler, childness to him. Obviously, he's not an idiot, but he almost needs parenting. Rocky is presented at the start as a communication barrier, especially with, like, the tapping. He was Grace was very acting like Rocky was like this young child with that, and instead it was more like Grace who seemed like the child at the end when he's like, no, that. But with Grogu, it is very much childlike.
And Grogu's a marketing. Now you can market the hell out of Rocky, because you've already created a great character. But the difference is, the contrast there is, you've created Grogu for the marketing.
Yeah,
that's what they did. They created Grogu for the marketing.
That's why I like book to movie adaptations sometimes. Book to movie to book, book to movie adaptations.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Because the characters are there for a reason. They're not there for commercial.
Yeah.
They're not there for like any capitalistic things. They're just there because they're necessary for a story. And then if they end up having a Rocky, great. But Grogu, they designed it. Yoda, but cute. So they know what they were doing.
Yoda, but cute.
I'm not saying Yoda's not cute.
And to be fair, I mean, your brother, he liked Grogu. I think we all did to a degree.
I love Grogu.
But I'll never forget him shouting "Oi" at the TV when the stormtrooper hit him. Because it's the first time Connor got really offended by something and just went "Oi!" the screen. That was really funny. If we divorce, I get half of Worf. I think I've already agreed, dear. You just get Worf. I'm not. I would not destroy an autograph. We haven't agreed which half. It was really funny because it was when we met up Watchnerd. If you remember, I bought that Michael Dorn signed Worf picture.
Oh yes, yeah.
And we had a joke argument at the dinner table in the hotel, and you got these couples all around, couples opposite us and this family opposite us, and we're basically saying, okay, but if we get divorced, I get Worf. Well, no, I get Worf if we get divorced. And these people looked so uncomfortable. They thought we were having a real argument, and we just ended up pissing ourselves laughing. And they're laughing because they've overheard us. It was absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. But yeah.
That's great. I like that.
Oh, it was brilliant. It's so funny. But you know, if you look at the two characters that have come out in completely separate films this year, again, they are simply night and day. You know,
Yeah, I mean, it's the best film I've seen. I don't know what. Since in recent memory, as I say, I can't remember the last film that I went to, and I was like, wow. You know, obviously we're not going to count Search for Spock in that because that's a re-screening. But
that was an incredible re-showing. You know, an incredible screening of a 40-year-old movie. It was an incredible experience, but new sci-fi doesn't. There's not a lot of it out there that's this good. Now you do have your smaller projects that release, you know, like your Sunshine and you know your Event Horizons and stuff like that. But you know, new original sci-fi is really few and far between these days, especially in the world of remakes and spin-offs and stuff like that. You know, how many? It's like Alien Earth. I read an article the other day that said that the I think the showrunners or the creators, writers, or whatever, they were saying that they could essentially make the show go on forever. Alien Earth. I can't even bring myself to watch it.
No.
This is going to be weird, but the last really great movie I saw in the cinema was Tron Legacy. That was in 2010. Wow. Wow. Yeah.
I've never watched any of the Trons.
I'll be honest with you, neither have I.
Is it Tron Ares one? Something like that.
Tron Ares? Yeah, Tron Ares.
no idea.
I don't know. The original Tron was it was just a showcase of what they could do with quote unquote digital technology. To be honest with you, looks like the equivalent of a Pong machine compared to what we could have done, what we did a few years after Tron. But it was no, I'm not dissing on Tron or anything. But it was never really something. But
Fair enough.
But yes.
Yeah. Is Tron the franchise with Jared Leto in it?
Yeah, that Tron Ares I think had Leto and
Tron Ares,
Leto seems to be
strange individual.
He seems to be astrophased to a decent movie, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, I think he can act. I think he can act. But yeah,
just seems to kill every movie he's in.
I think he's a bit of an odd chap.
You
know.
Yeah.
From I don't know. Not that I don't know him. As I say, just as a disclaimer.
Yeah.
I'm just going off internet-based research. I might be wrong. Like, I'm not saying definitively I know of him or what he does. Do you know what I mean? But yes, strange rumors of cults and stuff, which is somewhat strange. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe. You know. Each to their own, though. I'll say.
Hey, at the end of the day, you know, he's. I've got nothing against the guy. It's just, you know, when they say, "Oh, Jared Leto's in this one," I hear a lot of sighs.
Aye.
You know.
Yeah. It is what it is, I guess. But
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But yes. Someone's getting peckish. Yeah, going back to Hail Mary. I mean, the emotion you feel throughout the film. I mean, I want to say it now. The atmosphere scrape they did had me in the edge of my seat or on the edge of my seat. That was superb when they have to collect the sample by skimming the atmosphere.
God.
And
that was
some of those moments were so impactful. The tension was just palpable, absolutely palpable, and you could, and again with the raw emotion that this movie invokes is phenomenal. You know, that entire scene outside on the ship, and then you know afterwards when they're in the ship, and then Rocky does what he does.
When he gets slammed into the wall,
into the console.
Jesus.
That was so hard.
He was. I
And
didn't know
they played it so well.
But I think the music, just the noise, the lighting, and the music.
Oh, that scene
is like one,
perfect.
especially in the cinema.
Yeah.
It was like amazing.
Yeah.
You just have to surround it. It just makes the scene that much deeper, and I thought they killed Rocky though.
I was almost kind of very Schrodinger about it at that point, because there was part of me that was going to say to you, look, you may not survive this if Rocky doesn't survive, because if Rocky doesn't survive, you're getting the blame.
You can't.
Because it's just really funny. This has a sad ending. I'm gonna kill you.
Well, if Rocky died, Earth would have been fine. He would have managed to send stuff back, but he would have died, and Adrian. No, they named the other planet Adrian. I don't remember. In Tori C. Oh, something C. The name of the star then C.
Yeah. Well,
they would have died.
Their planet died.
So it would have been Rocky, and the planet all died. Earth would have been the only one fine. So there was a lot of stakes on it. It wasn't just Rocky's life.
Yeah.
It was this whole species.
Oh yeah, and the same goes for Grace's character. Is you know, if it was a risky move. Ultimately paid off though, but it was a risky move to collect that sample.
Oh yeah,
because they're both on that ship. There's no other crew members. They're all dead on both sides, and it's kind of like a one and all, one and everything, one shot.
Hail Mary.
Well, yeah, basically a Hail Mary.
Literal Hail Mary, yeah.
And it's just, I can't pick anything, like you say, Watchnerd, I can't pick any negatives out.
Oh, I don't have a single negative.
No.
There's nothing I don't like, and that's really weird.
I even liked, was she German?
Yeah, she was really good.
The German
I'm really
chick.
glad they didn't make that some romance thing.
Yeah, I was glad it didn't go
I
romantic.
thought that's what they were going to do, but she was great. Especially the scene when she's singing and they're all in the bar, and you can just see their spirits are really high. Yeah, and the song works perfectly there as well.
Well, she's touted as the miserable character, isn't she? She's the kind of stoic and cold, distant character, and she has that one moment where she just goes, "Ah, fuck it,"
and then again she's like, "Okay, it's over."
Yeah. It's just, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know.
But
there's a good moment. There's a lot of little character moments like that. And again, when they're sitting around the table, and they all say in unison, "We don't know."
Yeah.
You know.
And then it's like that one guy, and he was just like, now he gets it, and then he was such a.
So I like that guy.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Tetrox says it has good tension with just a little optimism, kept at a believable level.
Yeah,
but it also has that the gentle comedy, the humour, you know. But the humour's not there at the expense of the story. The humour's there just for a little bit of brevity, a little bit of levity in the situation. You know, a little bit of just letting you off the hook a little bit. And it's great. I always find that's great to do, because it doesn't make it an uncomfortable watch. It doesn't make it a depressing story. Storytellers can do that. they can do that, and it can either have a desired effect of keeping you engaged and manipulating how you feel, which is what a film does, or it can put you off.
Yeah.
So you need those moments of levity.
It could have been a very depressing film.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
There was, soon as they had to go into the atmosphere and cleanse it, everything there was just, there's a consequence,
Mm-hmm.
something will happen, something could happen.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because it starts off with, it could be him dying, and then it could be Rocky dying,
Mm-hmm.
and then it could be, they're finally going, they have to say goodbye,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's, oh crap, there's a leak, this isn't really threatening my life, but I have to make this decision.
Yeah.
Because Rocky's now going to be dying.
Yeah.
And then it's like you go back, and then, oh no, Grace is now going to die. And then all that at the end, and then it's Grace is there, and...
Well, it's again, those moments where you really feel it. Oh, Xell's off. Oh no, Xell's not off. Wife is off. I need sleep, Nightle. Love you, dear. Love you, dearest.
I might actually depart. I got up really early this morning.
No, I appreciate you coming on Watchnerd. Thank you.
Yeah, it was awesome to chat to obviously both you and Dangerman Junior.
Oh, bless you.
Project Hail Mary. Yeah. Just to conclude, obviously I'll let you guys chat more, but great movie. I'd happily watch it again. And probably the best movie I've seen in my recent memory that I can think of. So if anyone hasn't seen it, please see it. It's a great movie. The best of sci-fi, I think, and we can only hope that will be sci-fi in the future. Fingers crossed, hey.
Definitely. Thank you so much for joining us, Watchnerd. Much appreciated.
No worries at all. Take care, everyone. Live long and prosper.
Ta-da for now.
Alright, ta-da, bye.
Well, I hope it's the start of good sci-fi, because I've given up on superhero films. They're gone.
Well, they died to death, didn't they?
They did. They completely did after Endgame.
Well, I'd argue.
Well, Endgame.
I'd argue with Endgame. I'd argue Endgame. We can actually take these out now.
Endgame, yes, yeah.
Yes, there's no one on there. Oh, it's on Discord. I'd argue that, with Endgame, the superhero movie has now hit a level of fatigue. People are tired of it.
Yeah. With Iron Man's death, everything became like...
Whoa, spoiler alert. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, no. Oh.
No, I've ruined it for all those one people.
Yeah. That one tribe, but like isolated from the rest of the world who don't know.
Yeah. Tony Stark died! Oh, spoiler alert! Yeah.
I was going to see that.
That was next on my list. No, you're right. It's again, you went through what a lot of people do, which is superhero fatigue. I've gone through Star Trek fatigue. And all we want, it's interesting because all we actually want is to be entertained. That's what we want stories.
Something increasingly hard. Be entertained, which is a problem. It's like, especially with younger people, being entertained is what causes stuff like doom scrolling and all that, and people just... Well, it's a problem. It's hard.
If you think for a second that you are of a generation that has no role models that are worth anything, you have the TikTok generation. You are a part of the TikTok generation. This is again why I always say that I'm so proud of you, because you've got an independent mind and you stop and you think about things, you consider things, and you contemplate, and that's important. It's important in an audience. It's important in a strong-minded individual. You once asked for TikTok. We said no. because TikTok is just a cesspit of misery. It's a horrible place. Okay, Twitter's gotten a little bit better. We call it X, but Twitter's gotten a little bit better. But it's like if you ask for a Blue Sky account, I think you were joking or you troll me.
What account?
A Blue Sky is basically leftist Facebook.
Oh, I thought
Or
Blue Sky was...
leftist Twitter.
I thought Blue Sky were like the people who made like Ice Age.
Well, that's a company. That's a media company, but this is a social media platform.
Okay.
I mean, credit to you. You're right. But this is why we raised it the way we have, because we want you to be critically thinking. We want you to be thoughtful about stories. So we're making our way through Buffy and Angel right now. So we spend a fair few evenings a week.
Sorry, I can't come on. I have to spend time with my parents.
yeah. I've got to. Oh no, it's terrible. I've got to spend time with the old man.
Yeah.
And he's not your dad. It don't matter. He's not your real dad. You got to spend time with us, and yeah, but we'll sit there and we're making our way through Buffy. What are we on season 5 of Buffy, halfway through, and season 2 of Angel.
Yeah.
So you and you're picking up on things that I never picked up on because you are thinking about it. I'm now seeing a lot of things that I didn't used to see because the aspect ratio changed on the TV, and suddenly I was seeing so
the
much
amount of like microphones into the screen,
and
just a random guy standing
and lens
there.
covers and all of that. Yeah, it's so prevalent, but it's great because you're thinking about it. You're a thinking individual. Now, a lot of people will, there's a lot of people in the world that will just think sci-fi is just space lasers and stuff like that, pew pew, and yes, being Mr. Spock, and it's just this nerd culture, but it's not. It's actually very thoughtful and thought-provoking stories.
Also, conversations like these.
Exactly,
Like
and I remember speaking to my dad so many times about causality, about time, space, physics. Particle physics, quantum physics. I didn't know a lot about it, but we'd talk about it and the effect of it. And do you want to go outside and get one of the folding chairs?
I was
sitting
thinking
here like
that
a
the whole
redneck?
time. I will do that.
He's literally going outside.
I need back
not,
support.
Not the leany chairs, the fold out ones. Yeah.
I need back support.
I'll be in here like a redneck. He's literally going and getting one like a redneck. But no, we need more thoughtful sci-fi. We'll just carry on that conversation in a moment. God bless. He does have a role model DM. He has you and the Mrs. DM. Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you. I've just introduced my eldest to Doctor Who, the classic series, so we're watching it together. Oh, bless you, Xell. That's really awesome. You'll want to lift that over my nice, expensive laptop very carefully. Are you swatted, Jeff? You best sit still in that chair. That's a very noisy chair.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine, says the drinker. Yeah, you'll have to put that back on. What a garden chair into my living room. Yeah. You're nothing but white trash, boy. Just stand up. It's causing tension. It's causing tension, dude. That's it. That's it. Now,
causing tension.
Turn and face your papa.
Back support.
You need to sit there. You need to sit there and talk about Project Hail Mary, okay? Yeah. So it's why I always try and intuit you. Just made you just tickled you, isn't it? You're sitting there. Imagine this with a professional podcasting operation, and you're just sat there in a garden chair. Oh God. Where were we? Serious sci-fi.
Yes.
Thought-provoking stuff. That's why I always show you the decent sci-fi. to be a critical thinker is important these days, rather than just going along with the TikTok crowd. But once every now and then a film like Project Hail Mary comes up, and it'll inspire you. And if you walk out of that cinema feeling inspired, then the movie has done its job. The movie has not only entertained you, but it's made you think. A lot of movies nowadays with different writers, they don't want you to think, but they don't have the entertain you part down. So at least do that.
Well, some people don't need to think that much to be entertained, and then you have that with some movies. It's why not everyone hates them. It's why they exist.
It's why you got things like the Transformers, the Fast and Furious films, which I think the first movie was absolutely great. I thought it was phenomenal, and then it just became a franchise of heist movies with cars.
Is that what like the Tom Cruise films?
That Reacher. What are you on
Mission
about?
Impossible.
Oh, Mission Impossible. No, Mission Impossible was good.
Oh, the originals, yeah.
Well, to be fair, the Mission Impossible films were. No, we are just gonna go off on. We're just gonna go off on a tangent now. How much can we say about Hail Mary? Go and see Hail Mary. Now I've had a conversation with my son live on stream, so you can just listen.
Doctor Who.
No, they're talking about Doctor Who in the chat. That's fine. Yeah, the Mission Impossible films were the first one. It was a real thinker. It took me.
Mary.
Yeah, it took me about 5 watch throughs to understand what the hell was going on in the original very first Mission Impossible. MI2 then turned it into. It was directed by a guy called John Woo. And he decided to just go freaking Matrix with it, Matrix level. Not with the story, but with have you seen Face Off yet? Major Face Off with Cage and Travolta?
Not sure.
No. A lot of things need to be rectified, young man.
Your job.
Yeah, my job. We've got to get through Buffy, an Angel. Yeah, if you.
MI2.
Yes, sorry, thank you. MI2. That was made by a guy called John Woo, who made Face Off, and it was a very different type of film. Then MI3 was Tom Cruise. MI3 was J.J. Abrams.
Were the first two not Tom Cruise?
Yeah, they were all Tom Cruise.
Okay,
sorry,
it
was how much involvement he had. And after J.J. Abrams, Tom Cruise, I think, started taking over and being a very much bigger producer role in that, and I think he essentially he all but owned the franchise after that, because he made it what it was. It used to be a TV show, by the way. So that franchise was always going to be spy movies, whereas the Fast and Furious started as a car about a film about street racing cars, and it was just one off, and then it just became this completely different franchise that just got more and more ridiculous.
Let's go save the world by driving fast.
Yeah, let's drive a freaking giant safe around. Let's pull a safe out of a bank using a Mustang or whatever it was. It was absolutely insane, and it just got it broke. It broke your suspension of disbelief, and I really enjoy the chat. So blowing you away with knowledge. God bless. It's just they're having a conversation, same as we are. So I think with movies, yeah, you got spectacle, you can be wowed, but in order for a story to be told and a movie to work, it has to have a believable, And a lot of it's lacking. You know, we've done so many films now. It's like we've showed you True Lies.
True Lies, yeah.
True Lies. That's a James Cameron film, and I think that's a brilliant film. Because it's got a lot of humour in it, and it works as a spy comedy, because essentially it is. It's got elements of more serious tone, but it works well. As a believable story, probably not. It's on the fringe of a believable sort of spy story. But movies do that. Oh, Disclosure Day. Yeah, that's the Spielberg one. I think we might need to go and see that when it comes out. Disclosure Day. That's another site.
Might as well, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case it's another Hail Mary.
Just in case it's good, and you go and watch it and I don't.
Mm-hmm.
This is just Hail Mary. So yeah, it's it'd be interesting to see, but movies have to be entertaining. You are there to be entertained. You can be educated at the same time. It's like, you know, no doubt Hail Mary probably taught you some things you didn't know. Star Trek taught me a lot of the science that I know, and that's just the basic level stuff. But they had science advisors to know. They had Andre Bormanis. He was so clever. He'd write all the science into the show, and it really was prevalent. Yeah, it's coming out in June.
That's all.
Is that June? Is that
this year?
Is that for a Disclosure Day? Apparently, it's supposed to be sending some actual message. It's supposed to be disclosure, like full disclosure on aliens, and the problem that I have with that is that you can't believe anything.
Read too many Tolkien books.
Sorry, Tolkien. What they're talking about. One of my favourite films, DM, is Time Bandits. Some will probably enjoy it. Time Bandits. Seen Time Bandits? I'm not sure. It's for Disclosure Day. Yeah. Okay, so it's out next month.
Oh, nice.
So perhaps
it's on 2027.
Perhaps we go and see that.
Might as well.
Yeah. Oh, while we've been prattling here, the going nuts. Dragon Slayer is a.
That's because Guna came back.
Guna rocks. Dragon Slayer is another class. When Disney gave a crap. Yeah. Certainly don't give a crap nowadays. No. Although they are being taught a lesson now. They've been taught a lesson.
What?
Don't piss off your audience.
Oh.
I mean, they've all but killed Star Mando have killed Star Wars.
Oh yeah, Mando. Yeah.
That's killed Star Wars now. There it is. It's so quiet. Yes. When you grab a drink, just be careful now. Yeah, they've royally screwed the pooch of Disney. Because well, what they've done is they've had all this money. They've never had to think about making more money enough to survive being a company, and they've made all of these crappy projects, and they've essentially gotten to a point now where the rent is due, and they're starting to look at their finances going, oh, we've splurged a bit and there's not been a lot of return, They put all of this investment into Mandalorian and Grogu, and it's arguably one of the worst films apparently that they've made. It's not as bad as Solo, but it's bad enough. Star Wars already died. Mando is just the desecrating corpse at this point. Yeah, it is. Every IP is dead, Dave. The Red Dwarf reference there. Everyone. Yeah. Yeah, and you think about all the great franchises: Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars. They're all pretty much dead. Yes, Dave. Everyone is dead. We'd have to do a Red Dwarf. Discuss Red. I'm gonna see. Done a couple of them.
Yeah, a few.
Wait a minute, are you trying to tell me everybody's dead? Yeah, suggest we change from blue alert to red alert. Are you absolutely certain, sir? It would mean changing the bulb. I think we'd have to do like a watch stream or something. Yeah, spot on. How long have we been going for now?
1 hour, 57 minutes, 29 seconds, 30 seconds, 31.
I love how you just start counting it up. That is very Rocky of you.
I try.
Amaze. Please. Got them people in the chat. Let's ask away, or have you got anything you want to talk about? Definitely do a Red Dwarf stream will be awesome. An evening Smeg forward or something. You get demonetized by the title. No, I could just tell them I could just put a picture of a fridge on, I suppose, a Smeg fridge. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.
Oh yeah, well.
Oh, it was great. It was great meeting Chris Barry and getting to do Ace Rimmer with him. They could give me some Ace Rimmer. Oh, suddenly, oh boy. And that's it. We were off in a conversation. Hilarious. Superb meeting. Yeah, it's really good. His swirly thing at 3 o'clock. A big swirly thing in space. Better than Spores, the Spore Drive in Discovery. I suppose we didn't really cover too much of Star Trek at the beginning, because sort of naturally went to Mary. But you want to talk a bit more about Star Trek? Oh, you seem so tired. It's been a long day. It's warm.
It's today. So warm. Being warm and it's really warm in here.
It is. It is. If to be fair, if the lights went on. So many books.
Yeah. You get one of those big fans.
Oh, the big circular ones.
Yeah, I don't like them.
They were great. We do need one. Especially in these
circulation.
Yeah. So, for context, in the UK at the minute, we had a 5 degrees jump in 24 hours in temperature. So it was 22 degrees centigrade yesterday, and today it's just jumped straight up to 27, 28 where we live. That's it was really contrasting, because yesterday I think it was raining, and today it's scorching. For England, it's scorching.
I'm a pale white English boy. I can't survive this heat.
You is as pale as I am, boy. You make me reflect. So yeah, it's very, very hot. So it makes you kind of drowsy. But you're doing well, mate. To be fair,
it's my fragile.
Just your premiere.
Famous.
Notice I haven't put the camera on. I don't want to break my equipment. That's just in my face.
Oh.
But yeah. So yeah, okay. Going back to Star Trek, you like DS9, you like Enterprise, you like Voyager, but you can't watch the original series because it's too outdated.
It is.
Even if I showed you...
The most I'll watch, really, is Deep Space Nine episodes, so they go back in time.
Oh, that was a great
Trouble with
episode.
the Tribbles.
Triplets?
I don't know what they did with, like, was it in Academy what they did with Tribbles? Have this Tribbles episode, and it's where they tried to explain Tribbles getting onto, like, thing on. I swear that's a thing. There was this Tribble episode.
Yeah.
Was it Academy?
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. That was
Yeah.
the short trek. That was the short trek I showed you about the idiot or the guy and the captain in the yellow uniform.
Yeah.
She's going, he was an idiot.
Yeah.
He was stupid.
Oh yeah,
And,
that.
yeah,
one.
this conversation is
What was
literally
that?
over.
What was that in?
It was a short trek. They're
What's
known
that?
as short treks. So they're based on like Star Trek Discovery. So they're like little mini tiny.
Oh, so they're
episodes.
not like official things.
No, well they are official, but they're not an episode size. And yeah. So that was always used as, you remember Barclay, yeah. Well, the episode in The Next Generation where he first comes in, he's actually really socially awkward, and he's sort of like and Picard's. So when Picard's crew, they can't handle him, they can't deal with him. He never shows up on time. He's tardy, and his standards are low because he's just shy and he doesn't participate too much. And then the crew want to get rid of him. They want to say maybe we should just throw him off shit. We do have that option. And Picard goes, no, it's really easy to brush off our problems onto another person. You know, that he's made a commitment to Starfleet to be part of the Starfleet way of life. We need to elevate him to our level. We don't need to just push it on to another person. And that was in contrast to what they did in that short track, because you got someone who was socially awkward and they just called him an idiot and fucked him off. Yet they speak on values, they speak on equality. It's like, well, this guy was a freaking genius. Okay, yeah, if you had let him actually, show his potential, then it would have perhaps turned out differently. But they only have themselves to blame. So yeah, has Mini DM watched any of the TOS movies?
I've not like Khan and
Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, Voyage Home, Final Frontier, and have I not shown you those?
Too many movies.
Then I think it is time for you to shame me in the chat, everybody. I have not shown my direct offspring any of the original Star Trek films. Have you seen First Contact? Fuck off. Seriously.
You know what I've never seen? Voyager actually getting home.
No, because we don't talk about that episode.
You know, I've never
It's
seen
not like
it.
the last episode of Enterprise. We don't talk about it.
But I've never seen them got home. I need to see it once.
Most underwhelming thing you'll ever see.
They just get home.
Essentially, yeah. no, what they do is they epilogue it first. So the epilogue of Voyager getting home, and you see a future that never happens because they get home sooner. It's, mate, the ending to Voyager, back me up, chat. The ending to Voyager is properly underwhelming, and once again, it's the time travel thing that they usually do. Was it Agonizer? Get him in the Agonizer, yeah. So Disclosure Day looks good, and I love Emily Blunt. Who doesn't love Emily Blunt? Freaking hell! And she was great in Tomorrow. No. What was it? Live, Die, Repeat. What was that film? Tom Cruise film. Edge of Tomorrow. She was great in that. She was like, oh.
Yeah, that film. Yeah.
I know, brilliant. That's disgusting. Watch the films now. Go. Don't worry, I will show him. Should I show him the motion picture, or should I skip and go straight to Wrath of Khan? Oh, Xell's off. Right, chaps, I'm off to bed now. Got to be up early. Xell, you look after yourself, mate. We'll catch up and have a catch-up chat, brother. And we'll do that Rumble stream.
Yep.
Do we do the motion? Do I show him the motion picture, or do we just skip it and go straight to Wrath of Khan? You see the Family Guy one? They show that clip. It's like, and now back to Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, edited for goats. And it goes through the whole montage of Ricardo Montalban. It's going to be a room. Buried alive. It cuts to William Shatner and just goes. I'll have to show you the clip. It's a man. It's edited for goats. Had me crying. That did absolute crying.
Start with Wrath of Khan.
Start with the Wrath of
Final
Khan.
Frontier.
Oh no, Final Frontier though. The Final Frontier was William Shatner's passion project. It was his ego project, and it was probably one of the worst things you've ever fucking seen. But there is a way of watching that film that when we watch it, I will give you all the context at the end. So you watch that film. We'll watch that one. I think I appreciated the motion picture when I was older. Yeah, but Mini DM seems very mature, so you may appreciate it now. He's mature enough. At times.
So are you.
When he's not acting like it. Sorry, yeah, TWAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spell it out.
Spell it out. TWAT.
I may not be mature enough to understand though.
No. Oh no, you no swearing at your school. Language I don't. I hear. You've definitely got the classic Call of Duty foul mouth on you. The Call of Duty lobby.
From my mother.
Well, it's hard to argue.
Yeah.
But I suppose the only defence I would have for that is, if, on your mother's behalf, would be the Platinum video I've just made.
Yeah.
that will be coming out soon, everyone, by the way. Because there was a bit of mild Tourette's in there. So, yes, I'll show you the Star Trek movies.
Buffy and Angel are just taking up all our time.
I'll be honest with you, they really
Taking up
are.
all my time, like with everything.
They really are, because we are properly binging. So we've done 5 seasons. When did we start Buffy? Is it before Christmas?
When did we finish? When did we do Serenity?
Firefly, that's another. We'll be doing a stream soon on
Firefly
Firefly.
was so good.
Firefly's Serenity was. Yeah, it's whenever we finished Serenity. I can't remember whether we started it after the new year or before. I'm guessing it was after. So we have properly binged Buffy and Angel. We're doing the swap back and forth.
Oh yeah, gotta.
But you've been really good. You've not gone for any spoilers, and you've stayed away from stuff on social media.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and as soon as I'm done, I'm just gonna put into all my social media and just get that album there. Buffy Angel, Buffy Angel, Buffy Angel, Buffy Angel.
I'm surprised it hasn't actually come up, because it does listen to on the phone microphone. Well, it does. Yeah, it's freely admitted that they listen in. They the algorithm listens to you to know
keywords.
The keywords to know what to sell you and push you. Just seeing it all in order, but I have OCD. Yeah, I mean, have you seen any Star Trek movie? You haven't seen a single Star Trek movie.
Have you ever shown me a single?
I can't. I don't know. I've got a memory like a goldfish.
Unless I was like diapers.
In diapers, man. In diapers. The motion picture does a decent job of setting up crew dynamics, but may be too prolonged a build-up for someone who didn't grow up on TOS and was eagerly awaiting the big screen treatment. And it's a fair point. Obviously, it's got a very 2001 energy about it, the way it's presented and the way it's structured.
With the
2000? No, it's
That was,
nothing.
that was a
It's
good year.
2001: A Space Odyssey was Stanley Kubrick film, and it was a slow burn, but again, it was more visual, and it was. It's kind of like Blade Runner in that sense that it is a slow burn. A lot of the shots are artistic. They're artistic. Just pull up the string. Oh, we go. That's my. So I would say that we're going to go to 2.5 hours. We'll do it 2.5 hours, rather than keeping you up till 11:30.
But it's not like I'm gonna go to bed straight away anyway.
Well, no, you're just starting to look tired, dude. I don't know whether you're getting a little bit wiped. If anything, visually, the MP is gorgeous, especially the shots of the Enterprise. Yeah, I mean, it is proper ship porn, isn't it? That's what we call the glory shots of all the ships. So every, basically, your dad's into a bit of ship.
Oh, that sounds...
Well, it is. It's completely inappropriate action or reaction to the Enterprise. I think some of the way that the old Star Trek is shot as well is beautiful. Compared to modern Trek, which is awful. Just awful.
Well, I do think the Enterprise is a beautiful ship.
Which one?
The original series.
Really?
Mm.
Old Constitution plan.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you like the movie version, or do you like the classic?
Well, I've never watched the movies.
Well, you've seen the movie version. You must have done, as in the Enterprise. I'll pull up a comparison.
Pull it up.
This is what a lot of our conversations are like, isn't it? Oh God. I type in Enterprise, it just comes up with the rental company. Enterprise. Call Enterprise now. Okay, so that's the original series one.
Yes.
And well, that's the motion picture one.
I think I was thinking of the motion picture.
The
one.
motion picture one.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's a much sexier looking ship.
Nice curves.
It's got some damn nice curves on it. God damn, there's some nice curves. I also like the because I had this model kit when I was younger, and it was probably the easiest build I'll ever do, because all you had to do was paint the old deflector dish and paint the side and the cells black, and then you had an Enterprise A model, or an Enterprise refit, because that was the refit. So it's the same ship, it's just got a new skin on it, basically.
Got a boob job.
Boob job. Let's see boob job live on the internet. Live on my show, how dare you talk about titties? Pulling up a picture of Sydney Sweeney now, Xell would be proud. What about the D? Do you like the D?
Oh, I love that D.
God. Behave yourself. For 1 minute, can you
No one can see what's being shown.
Yeah,
though,
it's
that's
the Enterprise thing. D, the fatty. I mean, what do you think? Seriously, do you think it's better or worse
than the last one?
Than the last one.
It's got a lot more lights on it.
It's got a lot more lights on it. Ooh, pretty light. I've just spent time, a whole stream, trying to convince people you're not of the shiny TikTok generation. You've just gone, ooh, pretty lights. Oh, shiny. I like a shiny ship.
I like it when it's sparkles.
I like the runabouts.
Oh yeah.
Well, to be fair, there's not an awful lot of ugly ships in classic sort of Star Trek. There is one though, which is awful. I think I may have shown you a picture of this, and it's horrible. It's so awful. It's called the Jaeger class, Yeah. And it is the worst kit bash you have ever seen. It is literally the Voyager with a Marquis Raider. It's so horrible.
Just shove them
If
together.
you guys in the chat don't know what the Jaeger class looks like, just Google Jaeger class starship, and it looks horrible. It's literally the Voyager saucer section, yeah, with a Marquis Raider on the back. It's horrible. I think it's awful.
My god, that's
I mean,
terrible.
don't get me wrong. If someone said, "By the way, that's your ship, you can have it for free," I'd say,
no.
"Okay, what I'll do is I'll just invert the fucking warp nacelles so they're pointing upwards and make it look at least like a Federation starship rather than, a Voyager bird of prey."
Yeah.
Enterprise D, the fatty. How very dare you, sir? Well, it was a lot wider and it was still sleek. I mean, don't get me wrong, Steve. I love the Enterprise D. It's one of my favourite ships. I had the Star Trek Generations saucer separation model kit. I had the electric version of the Enterprise D. I had the die-cast kit of the Enterprise D. It was beautiful. I think the Enterprise E certainly looked more modern, but I always loved the D. And when they brought it back in Picard, that was just there were inappropriate thoughts running through my head about the Enterprise D. Yeah, oh my god, you're right. It's ugly. The Jaeger. The Jaeger is eye-rollingly bad. Yeah, the Jaeger class.
It's ridiculous. It's like
it's literally just like now, Kith.
yeah.
What
else to have a baby?
Yeah. So that looks like a Marquis Raider up the back of Voyager. It's right through its shuttle bay. Oh
My
yeah.
head almost fell off.
You showed it in your stream a while ago. Yeah, I did. Awful looking ship. I like the runabouts. I love Enterprise, as in the one in Enterprise. I've got polar lights upstairs of that. The saucer's this big. You know now why I've not finished building it. I started that in the old house. Back before your brother had his own room.
Wow.
So I did it in that room. So that was what... was that pre-COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He got his own room pre-COVID, so
Oh,
what,
yeah,
2019?
During COVID I had
It
my
would
own
be
room.
2019. Because I had Resident Evil 2 and then I had the game room.
You got the
then,
big
so-
box.
Yeah. I got the big box, Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, because when I had COVID, I had my own.
Yeah,
Then
so-
Erica got COVID, so it didn't even matter.
I think, yeah, I think, yeah, it was 7 years ago. Years ago. Crazy. But yeah, I haven't done that. I haven't done anything to that. So, oh dear. Reaver is back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had some friends absolutely.
there was one guy at work today, bless him, he went on about a 12 sneeze tirade who was like Kira when she was pregnant. Achoo! I was thinking, crikey, okay, he goes, yeah, hi, fever.
I sneeze at the sun, don't I? And I did that once.
Oh, you are crazy.
I
for
walked
that.
down the street and it was 11 times just walking down the street,
Yeah.
and it was.
Yes.
Every time I would go between the houses, it'd be so.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, every time the sun shines. Okay, all I have an early start, so we'll finish For All Mankind and get some Zeds. I hope you enjoyed your debut mini DM and a great stream as always, chaps. Bye to all of you, and chat to take care. Guna, thank you so much for joining. I know it's not our typical sort of 10 forward, but yeah, thank you so much for joining, Guna, and yeah, take care of yourself, mate, and we'll catch up again. Still need to have that phone call, to be fair. Okay, so yeah, I'm calling 10 minutes on this stream. Because getting hotter in here. How's it getting? Are you hotter?
Yeah,
You're
I
hotter.
am hotter.
It's starting to steam up in here a little bit. Not in a Titanic way, you dirty-minded git. Hey, Jack, do you want to draw me like one of your French girls?
I never actually want to watch Titanic.
Why
Just
not?
The music.
Oh my God, Celine Dion can literally burn in hell for what she put us through. There were guys
No.
there. There were guys there who went to see Titanic, and they were only there because the girlfriends dragged them there. Titanic is a great film. Don't get me wrong; it's really good. If you remove that song completely, it's 100 times better. But Celine Dion, honestly, possibly the worst thing about that film. So it's to be fair, she sounds a lot like the South Park version of Cher. You know that song Cassie keeps playing.
Yeah.
You believe in love. Yeah. So South Park did that, and it was literally. It just played over and over again. That's what Celine Dion sounds like to me in that bloody film.
Flashbacks.
PTSD. Yeah, it is proper PTSD. That's what it'll do. But it's a good film, and it was a pinnacle. It wasn't the highest grossing film of all time at that point, and then Cameron did it again with Avatar.
Yeah.
Because Avatar is a beautiful film.
Oh yeah.
Seen it? Seen Avatar?
Yeah.
I've got it on Blu-ray. It's just too bad they made more films.
Oh yeah. Yeah, especially I think ads on Disney Plus.
Oh.
Just when that Fire and Ash came out, it's all that was
Oh
on.
no.
Just constant Fire and Ash.
Adverts. I'm sorry, but streaming services should not have adverts.
Only if you have to pay for the cheap.
Yeah, but
That's
they
not
shouldn't.
saying anything.
But it's like they shouldn't have adverts. They you know, their subscription charge. That's it. They should just charge that and that be done. Oh yeah, I mean we've got loads of films to get through. But we have already gone through a fair few. You know, I got you through both Terminators, didn't I? There's no Terminators after that.
Yeah.
I got you through Aliens.
Not Alien though.
No, Alien's a very different type of film. It's a Ridley Scott film. Funny enough, the same guy did The Martian. Alien is a great film. But Aliens, I think, I would say it's arguably better, but it's a very different film. But if you fell asleep through Aliens, dude, you're going to fall asleep through Alien.
It's not that I fell asleep for Aliens, it's just I fell asleep in general.
You fell asleep and Aliens happened to be
I
on.
was really trying, was it?
There's no way you can get out of it, dude.
No.
You shall forever have this stain on your record that you fell asleep during Aliens. Before you'd ever seen Aliens.
Yeah.
It's okay if you fall asleep and you've already seen it, because at least then you know you've watched it.
And if you fell asleep for Hail Mary.
If anyone fell asleep through Hail Mary, then I'd probably not be. Speaking of Ridley Scott, show him Gladiator if you haven't already. Not the sequel though; it's rubbish.
I've seen
Yeah,
bits of Gladiator.
Gladiator is a good film. Ridley Scott certainly used to be a talented filmmaker. Nowadays he's not. I think The Martian was his last really decent project. Everything after that just.
Oh wait, Star Trek the Motion Picture right here.
It is right there. Playing with my DVD collection. We have this unspoken agreement, don't we? Or unwritten agreement that you don't watch a film without my permission.
No. Just in case.
Just in case, because it was a really decent one.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll show him Gladiator. We'll take you through all the films. We'll get there eventually. We'll go through the entire film catalogue.
And you're like in a retirement home.
I said, yeah, but when I was your age, we were watching we watched Titanic and we absolutely enjoyed it. Yeah. There you go. Any final comments you guys want to put in the chat before we hightail it out of here? I know we've lost a lot of our viewers, probably just because we're just having a fun chat about sci-fi. At the end of the day, that's what these streams are all about. I'm not, and it kind of pisses me off a little bit because certain people have this expectation that I'm going to fucking break down and analyze a film that I want to talk about. In all honesty, these streams are about us talking about the movie, what we liked, what we disliked in general. You know, it's not. I'm not Mauler, okay. You know, the pompous Mauler. I'm not him. I don't have any fucking degrees. I didn't go to university. I'm not even very smart in with the brain thinking stuff. I'm not. I'm not. And I'm not gonna break down a film the way people expect me to break down a film. I just want to talk about it because I think it's important. I think it's an important movie, and I think sci-fi in general is really important. So when people come here expecting me to do a Drinker level analysis or a Mauler level analysis, it's like, no, I've got my channel and I like talking about something. I can review something. It's not going to be, you know, highbrow or intellectual, but it's going to be me giving my opinion on something. So yeah, not the typical stream, but it was absolutely wonderful to have my lad on, and it won't be the last time. So get used to this young man being around here, because he got joint ownership and Baba Gump. A Baba Gump shrimp. You like that film, didn't you?
Yeah, like 4 films to me. Sad, but great.
Sentimental as well.
Yeah.
Very sentimental. Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs. Fucking brilliant. Lieutenant Dan. Garrisonese. Loads of films left to go and loads of TV shows as well. We've still got to make our way through Supernatural. All 5 seasons of Supernatural.
Yeah, there are only 5 that exist.
Thou shalt only count from 1 to 5. 6, I have gone too far.
Yeah.
8 is way out there. Yeah, we don't love Forrest Gump. Yeah, great film. Good film, and the film has a villain. The film has a villain. Jenny is the villain.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. She's a horrendous human being.
I'm trying to remember this movie now.
Jenny.
I'm trying to remember. Was she the one that was like abused?
Yes.
Yes. Then I remember.
And then she
run,
sort of.
Forrest, run.
Yeah. And they sort of she runs away and then she comes back. And
she basically manipulates.
It's just
life.
She's just She friend zones him and then has a way with him, and then gets pregnant and then doesn't tell him. Cleans her act up and then dies of. I believe she dies of HIV.
How dare she?
Jenny. Great film. Again, Tom Hanks, fantastic talented actor, but not again, not a great person. Are you stupid or something? No, stupid is as stupid does. Yeah, there's a few films. To be fair, I think we should watch Signs because Gunnar says he wants to talk about Signs. Signs is a good sci-fi. Made by a guy called M. Night Shyamalan. Matt Ross has, and you should watch all of Picard season 1 and 2 again if you survive. I like the Gorn Jabbar test. Then do some spice to it. And half. Has Media DM seen Predator or The Adventures of Buckaroo?
we would have done Predator if you keep like forgetting that we haven't done it. I don't know where these. I don't know.
My fault
Okay, you're
now,
like,
is it?
We have done Predator. I swear we have. And
I keep thinking that we have.
exactly, but we haven't.
But I swear I've done it.
We haven't. I'm assuming you'll watch it at some point.
Seen Predator around 20 times.
Not with me.
No, I'm almost sure you're right that we
Oh,
haven't done it, but again, it's just I can't fight the thing in my mind. That's we've done it. Bizarre. Quark, the 1970s TV show with Richard Benjamin. Space 1999. Yeah, that's a good one. A Space Above and Beyond. Yeah. Watched that in the 90s. Some great sci-fi. But I saved the best. Also recommend the original RoboCop. Give the man a hand. Well, not only will I show him the original RoboCop, I will show him the Criterion edition, which is the original, unedited, uncensored, theatrical release of RoboCop. RoboCop's amazing. Babylon 5, I'm working my way through Babylon 5. I say working my way through, I've watched one episode so far. But I intend to continue watching it. It's just I haven't to sit and watch anything. I'm currently still doing For All Mankind, which is taking a turn for the worse.
I thought that finished.
Oh, well, it's just about to air its last episode next week of season 5, and then it'll end on season.
I wasn't even close.
Well, I wish it had not this season. Really, it's a very different show now. That's not because the original. Morgan has a lot of references to other sci-fi and might be best saved for later. Yeah. Yeah, there's still loads to do. Anyway, I think that's it. We're going to end the stream now. I'm getting really bored. Go outside for some fresh air. You guys have been great as always. Again, apologies for it not being a intellectual conversation about the deeper meaning behind a lot of science fiction, but we're just here to talk about great sci-fi. We love it, right? And as always, it's great to have you people along. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this stream, and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, although I know everyone watching is pretty much subscribed. And thank you to my darling wife, mother of the child.
Mother of mine.
Yeah, sweet mother of mine. And Guna for the super chats, always appreciated. And tell your mum.
And half of Guna's.
I just that's it. Get taxed on him. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, young man, for joining me. And you're more than welcome to come again.
Yeah, having me.
Thank you. Yeah. Sat in our own living room, dude.
In a lawn chair.
in a lawn chair. You just grabbed her outside because you need back support. Because I hog the couch.
Old.
I'm old. I need
Internally.
back support. If you want to see more of these conversations between me and the lad, I'll do a separate stream. We'll just do a separate stream and just say conversations with the lad about awesome stuff. There you go. Alright, guys. Look after yourselves. Look after one another. And until next time,